Combine sunshine with warmer temperatures and you have the perfect combination to get outdoors and start gardening. So today on Delmarva Life, we're going to help you navigate your springtime gardening, from what to plant to what to trim and which you ought to leave alone. And if you need tools to make your digging around a little bit easier, we're going to demonstrate some handy how-to items designed to put your arthritis and pain fears at ease.
Well, fear of the unknown when it comes to home buying and selling can put many of us on edge. Learn how to navigate the world of home owning, why a realtor is a good idea, and whether you should move yourself or let the professionals do it.
This guy's a pro when it comes to helping you buy local, from honey to wine to beer to seafood to plants and a bunch more. The folks at How Sweet It Is have made it their mission to take the guessing out of decorating and eating well. You're going to learn how they're just something to do summertime project turned into a more than 2-decade-old family business.
Well, the business of finding a cure for ALS had us dumping buckets of ice on our heads just a few months ago, and today that fight continues to help the more than 30,000 people with the debilitating condition. See what this former bachelor and bachelorette, now HGTV couple, is doing to help.
Well, the Walk to Defeat ALS is being held in Salisbury this weekend. Coming up, we'll hear the story of one local patient and tell you what you can expect from this year's walk.
And we're walking into the Delmarva Life kitchen today. You're going to find out how to make a delectable tuna dish topped with a spicy sake sauce. Delmarva Life starts right now.
Good afternoon, I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Life from Historic Studio D.
And we'd like to welcome our studio audience. Welcome, everyone.
These guys, huh? The best looking audience on the peninsula.
Yeah?
Did you guys get your caffeine today?
Free caffeine.
Free caffeine today.
Free,
Wawa giving away
yeah.
free coffee, celebrating 51 years in business.
Wow.
This is the very first Wawa in Delaware County, PA, April 16th, 1964. The company says they expected to give away 1.5 million free cups of coffee of any size today. Wawa now has more than 680 stores, and interestingly enough, they're planning on closing that store, their first one, to open up a super Wawa just down the road. Well, the folks at the Assateague Island National Seashore remind you, birds aren't the only things migrating right now. The seals are as well. The harbor and gray seals are the two most commonly seen species of seal in the waters just off of Delmarva. Both species migrate south during the winter for warmer cold water and abundant food sources. And since they go south, well, they got to turn around and go back north again.
Right.
Seals are semi-aquatic, so it's natural to see them taking a break from their migration north to rest on the beach. If the seal is healthy, it'll look like the one that you just saw in that picture. If it's sick, it's typically going to be lying flat on its belly with the head and the tail in the sand. Now, regardless of what condition you might think the seal is in that you see, take a look from at least 50 yards away.
Right,
Leave them alone.
right. And speaking of the beach, Broadkill Beach north of Lewis is getting a makeover. A really big one. They're going to start widening the beach with $30 million in federal money. Over the next year, nearly 2 million cubic yards of sand will be pushed into the shallow water offshore, extending the beach another 50 yards into the Delaware Bay.
And that's not just something you do with a shovel. That
No.
takes technology to be able to pull that off. International Museum Day is next month, and part of the celebration is free admission into the Treasures of the Sea exhibit at Delaware Tech. That exhibit is in the Stephen J. Betts Library on the Owens campus of Delaware Technical Community College in Georgetown. The Treasures of the Sea exhibit features treasures recovered from the Spanish galleon Nuestra Señora de Atocha. Did I say that right?
I think so.
International Museum Day is going to be Monday, May 18th, to celebrate International Museum Day.
Well, speaking of museums, the Biggs Museum of American Art in Dover has a new director. Charles Gurin has more than 30 years of experience as director, executive director for 3 museums. Now, Gurin is also a seasoned fundraising professional with his career fundraising efforts totaling over $30 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
And tonight is the opening night for Crowns. Crowns introduces a tough girl from Brooklyn who moves to South Carolina to live with her grandmother. The grandmother welcomes her into her circle of friends who all love to wear church hats. Crowns opens tonight, 7:30, with 2 more performances tomorrow on the campus of Delaware State University in Dover. Tickets range from $5 to $7. DSU students get in for free. If you want some more information, there's the number to call. It's 302-857-60 60.
Hey, we talked about this before. This is the weekend for free dental care in Wicomico County. Eastern Shore Mission of Mercy is at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center tomorrow and Saturday, offering free dental care on a first-come, first-served basis. Now, if you're at least 18, you can get extractions, fillings, cleanings, and diagnosis of other oral conditions. Now, each patient will be limited to only one treatment for approximately 1 hour, and they're hoping to serve up to 1,500 people, so you want to get there early.
Get there early. It's a great time. A lot of great volunteers. Thank you. You know, talking about dentists, doctors, it's always nice to know that you're going to have a doctor in the family. Of course, it takes many years to learn everything that you need to know. So it's important that you start young. It's also important that you find a reliable patient who is patient for you,
Exactly.
for you to practice on. It's also important for a doctor to have a good bedside manner.
Aww.
And I think she's got it.
Oh.
Of course, if you can get your patient to wag his tail, by George, that's a good day.
So adorable. Sometimes all we need is a friend to help us out. When buying or selling a home, experts say we certainly need a realtor. Still ahead, how paying some money now may pay off in a big way later. And we go down a list of things you may be missing when you try to go it alone.
Along with buying and selling your home comes lifting and moving all your things. So a little later on, Angie Hicks of Angie's List lets us know just what to look for in a mover, whether or not you're going to need insurance, and she helps us weigh the options on doing it yourself.
Well, something many of us like doing ourselves is gardening. Later we learn about spring gardening, what to plant now, and how to keep it looking great.
And if gardening's gotten a little tough, we get some help. We hear about some handy garden tools that just might help you out.
After the break, we learn how we can help people who are living with ALS.
While I'm hanging out with my new friend, Karen Kriege. Now, Karen, you were diagnosed with ALS a year ago, but you're not letting that stop you from participating in this year's walk. Are you ready?
I'm ready, absolutely.
Great. Well, we have all your walk details coming up next.
Plus, we hear from a certain celebrity couple giving to the cause as well. Delmarva Life. We'll be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and LG dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.